Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Dime Box Discoveries. Today we're going to find out what $52 will buy you. Now luckily I bought most of this off a friend, or all of this off a friend, Scott, who I buy a lot of stuff off of. And he always gives me great deals, partly because, well, we're friends, partly because I help him sort cards, partly because I watch his table at shows sometimes when he has to step away. So, and I'm also nice to his cat. Anyway, I want to get into it and show you what I picked up from him when I had a chance to buy them for 52 bucks. It was $50, and as I was leaving, he showed me these last two cards. He's like, look, I know you like Bobby Witt Jr. I know you like the Top Loss Rookie Trophy cards. This one's a chrome. This one's a chrome sepia. How about $2 for the two of these? So I did that. So it was $50 plus $2 for these. So there's two of the dollars for the $50. All right. About a whole bunch of stickers. As you can see, I'm chasing those sets, working on those. Now, I won't go too much in detail, but these, I had to look these up. These are a little bit different. These are 1992 Upper Deck stickers, okay? And I know it doesn't sound very special, but it's actually a fascinating piece of history. So it's got a date on it. See, there's July 26th. There's August 30th for the Tigers. So Upper Deck did a thing where they did like a old-timers baseball game in 1992 at like all the different parks and went around and did that. The cool thing is this is the day that they were in the area they did. So in Seattle, they did theirs on July 26th. In Detroit, they did theirs on whatever date that is there. I can't quite read it. So that's kind of cool. And interestingly enough, those actually only came like one to every 4 or 5 packs, something like that, 5 or 6 packs, because in the middle of printing them, MLB Properties came back and said, you know what, guys, you don't have to put gum or stickers or anything anymore in your packs. We're good with just baseball cards. They'd already started printing some. So instead of just throwing them away, they decided to slide them in packs. They came about one every, from what I've read, 5 or 6 packs, something like that. So they're not rare by any means, obviously, but they weren't one per pack like you saw a lot of times back in the day. All right. How about a Nestle Crunch or a Nestle card of Bob Gibson? I do the full set, but I still buy these whenever I see them for a dime. Once again, these are all dimes in here. I don't know. I probably forgot to mention. These are all dimes, adding up to the 52 bucks, basically. There's a Nestle Ichiro, much more modern one, obviously. How about a Kraft Superstar, single superstars of Greg Maddux? That's really cool. Tombstone Pizza, Tony Gwynn, Jimmy Dean, Juan Gonzalez. How about a Cracker Jack from 1988 Columbus Clippers, Casey Close. I believe that was the Yankees farm team back in the day. So stealing is stealing. It's just plain stupid. There you go. Columbus Police Department and Cracker Jack telling you not to steal. Also say no to drugs. All right. Sports Illustrated for Kids. You know I love those. Barry Sanders, Dominique Wilkins, and Charles Barkley. A couple of Topps postcards, Bob Higginson and Rich Aurelia. And one of the Twizzlers, I think it's like a set of 8 cards or something like that. And there's Nomar. I've got a couple of them, but not a lot of them. So moving towards that. All right. Here we go. This is a beaten to hell and back Joe Morgan. Totally awesome. Couldn't pass it up for a dime. You can see it's creased. Got all these badly around the corners, but I still love it. Jose Rio, that is a beautiful Fleer Ultra gold medallion card. Diamond Kings, Giancarlo Stanton. Is this guy ever going to be healthy again? Diamond Kings, got some pretty color to it. Shane Bieber with some kind of blue version. Coco Crisp rocking the hair with some orange reflection version. We own the West. You can tell this shirt is from many years ago because the A's have not owned the West in quite some time. That's a 2014 card, I guess 2013 year. David McKinnon in a blue version. Here's 150 years there, Baltimore Orioles. All right, Stadium Club, Greg Maddux, Cactus Lee. You saw one of my previous videos. There are a bunch of those, and a Randy Johnson. How about the Jay Buhner with his whole entire family? I think that's cool. Reds October. That's just such a neat one from when they won the World Series. Art card. Eleanor Engel, she tried out for a minor league team, and just after she tried out, suddenly all of organized baseball passed a rule that women cannot play baseball, which is weird considering, you had the women playing baseball leagues back during World War II. This was in 1952, 53, something like that. They did that 1952. So, all right. There's a Jackie and a Charlie Keller. This is a drummer. Awesome stash. From my guy, BK. That's an ultimate stashy stash one. I should send that one to you. I'm going to send that one to you, BK. He's a drummer for the band The Gaslight Anthem. I honestly do not know them. Not going to lie. All right. Nothing like getting a numbered signature of a 15-year-old. So that's cool. By the way, this a couple years ago, I just checked. He is signed with Long Beach State. It's actually a good baseball program. There's Yadier Molina, Reed Detmers, Trey Turner, and Ralph Kiner. And one of these cool, is it Kramer or something? From 1982, Kramer Sports Promotion. So Ralph Kiner led the league in home runs for 7 straight years, his first 7 years in the league. A lot of people overlook that. This is just a whole bunch of really random oddball Jose Canseco's. So you know, oops, let's put this one back here, these other ones. You know I love my oddballs. You know I love my randoms. I mean, these are completely unlicensed, completely just whatever you want to call these things, man. Look at these. I've never seen so many weird. This is not a Mother's Cookies, by the way. This is a Classic Baseball Superstars. The M&Ms I do need for my M&M sets. That's really cool. Minor League Legend. That's random. And then a bunch of these. So these are really cool. Totally dig these. Classic Travel Edition, 1987 is really cool. And of course, they started lineup. That's totally awesome. So just a bunch of that one's licensed, but the rest of them are non-licensed Jose Canseco. So that's really cool. Speaking of non-licensed, how about these? These are like random art cards. I picked up a couple of 3 Rickies, 3 Sandy Alomars, and 3 David Justice from something called Dynasty Baseball Cards. I don't know what those are, but I found them, thought they were cool, so I picked them up. And there is Warren Spahn in one of the baseball card monthlies or something like that. So that's cool. All right. How about a whole bunch of Coke cards from 1981? These were awesome. Jim Rice, Dennis Eckersley, Dewey Dwight Evans. Look at the eyebrows on him coming at you. All right. Dave Stapleton again, Frank Tanana, Carn Lansford. So a bunch of those. And then here's a bunch of the Phillies too. Bob Boone, Larry Boa. So really cool on those. Those are really neat. Some good Coke cards from 1981. All right, how about my Cincinnati guys? I keep saying I'm not going to buy any more Dave's Justice because a whole bunch, but then I run into Hall of Gold variation. Another gold variation. Here's a Topps Gold. It's just a Gallery of Stars is cool. So, all right, there's a Buddy Bell of Muller High School. Mark Lewis out of Hamilton High School, outside of Cincinnati, Hamilton, Ohio. Come visit Hamilton, Ohio. Kent DeColve, always with the shades in every photo, with the funky throwing motion. He also went to a high school in Hamilton, Ohio. And, of course, Sean Alexander from Boone County, Kentucky, just across the border in northern Kentucky. Picked up some Mark McGuire's from my Mark McGuire PC. I'm actually not even certain if I needed all of them. I just picked them on up, and I figured I'll figure it out later. That's a Terry Steinbach, not a Mark McGuire. I didn't know where to put it. I'll put it over here somewhere. I don't know. And then I've got like a billion of these, but I pick up all these for a dime I see because I just think they're cool. So there we go. All right. These I've never seen before. Check this out. This is a first season Marlins card. These were 1993 Upper Deck before the Marlins had even thrown their first pitch. So there's a Trevor Hoffman, which is really cool. By the way, Trevor Hoffman started as a shortstop, and the Reds in the minor leagues converted him to a reliever. I think that turned out rather well for him. How about Nigel Wilson, their very first pick in the draft, in the expansion draft? He did not turn out very well. He was 0 for 16 with the Marlins and ended up with the Reds. He was 0 for 7 with the Reds. He started his career 0 for 23 with like 16 strikeouts. Benito San Diego, I've never seen these before. There's Charles Johnson. That's really cool. I've never seen these first season Marlins, so there's a bunch of them in here. That's just really cool. We won't go through all of them, but there you go. Well, that's a fun card. So those are really cool. I guess you could buy them at the gift shop or in local card shops. I don't know. One mascot card, Ramses the Ram. Check him out. I don't know, is that kind of a smile? Kind of a smirk? It looks like he's ready to do damage. I don't know, man. I wouldn't mess with him. So there we go. These are not Cracker Jack. These are actually Borden, the milk company, the dairy company, back from 1993. So that is really cool. They're in terrible shape. You always get these little ones. They're always in such terrible shape, but it's a Ty Cobb. It's a Grover Alexander. So there you go. Grover Cleveland Alexander. And Tinker's Devers a chance right there. And then a couple of these ones are indeed Cracker Jack with Sean Dunston and Mike Greenwell. And then this is kind of neat. If you've seen before, every now and then I run across stickers from 1988, the Topps stickers book. I am actually finishing up a 1988 Topps stickers book. And these are all stickers that I need. So I would be gluing those because you peel them and they don't really stick as much anymore. I'll be peeling those and gluing those with my trusty glue stick into the book a little bit later. All right, how about these? These are really random, by the way. Jeff Russell, a Cincinnati, Ohio native. So that's super cool. These are so old school, like 1983 cards. So that is really neat. Yep, these are from the AAA team in Indianapolis. Tom Lawless, by the way, look up Tom Lawless bat flip on YouTube after you're done watching this, of course, and you'll see an epic bat flip in the postseason from a guy who had like 2 career regular season home runs. Brad the Animal Leslie did not quite live up to his billing, but still really cool. There's the catchers. There's the outfielders, which the outfielders does have. Skeeter Barnes is one of them on there, or is he in the infielders? Infielders. Skeeter Barnes, there is Skeeter Barnes. He's a Cincinnati native as well. And then there's the starting pitchers, which has Jeff Russell in it. There's Jeff Russell. People know him as a closer with the Rangers. He came up as a starter with the Reds, converted to a closer, and obviously had a great season, made a couple of all-star games. All right, how about some football? A couple Tom Brady's, but nothing big, but still cool for me as a Buccaneers fan to get some Brady's in the Bucs uniforms. A couple Ben Roethlisberger's representing the MAC there, Miami University. Jonathan Taylor. This is cool. It's from the Anaheim National 1996. I've never seen anything like that. Ken Dilger. So that is really cool. Never seen that before. So that one is really, really neat. Newt Rockney. There is some kind of Dante Culpepper, YPC. Did pick up a Bowman Brett Favre because that's good trade bait, and a Tom Landry because I like my coaches. All right. I'm going to come back to this one in a second. I'm going to skip over this and go to more basketball in the back here. This is really cool. Topps Black Gold. I've never seen that in basketball, so that's really cool. How about Isaiah Thomas? Multicolored red, white, and blue with Indiana. Johnny Juzang with a numbered card. Dean Smith. These are really cool. These court sides. I don't come across them a whole lot. They're only worth a lot, but I just found it really cool, and that's a Dean Smith. These Larry Johnsons, I shouldn't have picked them up, but what's neat about these are the, I believe these are the Italian version. There's like the English, there's an Italian, there's one other version, but if you look at the bottom there, it's written in some other language, and I don't know what it is. I roughly know Spanish, and it doesn't look Spanish. I think that's the Italian version. This is a really neat card here. Arthur Agee. Do you remember Arthur Agee? Did you ever see the documentary Hoop Dreams? Arthur Agee was one of the 2 dudes. So that is really cool. And then some Kentucky. Jeff Shepard, his son Reed Shepard, of course, going to be a first-round draft pick in the NBA draft coming up. And then just some random Kentucky guys. How about a Pat Riley card? Those always make good trade bait, being here close to Kentucky as well. It's 2 Jeff Shepards. There we go. And then how about a bunch of Louisville? I've never come across them before. They're not uncommon by any means, but a mixture of stars like Wes Unseld and a bunch of Purvis Ellisons. There's a Johnny Unitas. That's really cool. And then these guys, Roy Combs out of London, Kentucky. These guys are all out of the mountains of eastern Kentucky. So that is really cool. And there's Lee Corso, Danny Crum, a couple Howard Schnellenbergs. And then these guys, I collect all my Cincinnati natives. These guys are all from the Cincinnati area, which is really cool for me because I had no idea that they're from the Cincinnati area. So that is really cool. And then these are really neat. Once again, you see, obviously, there's a bunch of different sets of individual schools. These ones, though, are really nice. Like, they're nicely, gloss. Good pictures, are really thick. So whoever put this set together for Purdue really did a nice job. These are really nice cards. All right. These are neat. So I bought these. They were more than a dime a piece, but that's okay. The only thing that's bad about these are really cool. They're actually like the size of, if you look compared to card, they're actually like the size of the 89 Bowmans, which makes them difficult to keep in nice shape. So a couple of nobodies here. I bought the pack off him. It has 10 cards in it. I have not opened it yet. So Scott, if you see somebody in this you want back, let me know and you can have that card back. Let's see who's in this pack. There's like 18 in the set or something like that. So I think it's 18 cards. So there's a couple there. Maybe I can get a complete set. I don't know. Let's look and see. Joby Hall, obviously one of the bigger ones of the set. Jay Scheidler, Freddie Cowan. Oh, there's 2 Freddie Cowans in here. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see here. Dick Parsons. Like, the Kyle Macy would be the big hit in here, but, man, there is nobody of worth in here. So, Still really cool though. I love these. They're courtesy of your local food town. Just really, really cool cards. I really love these. They're weird. They're thicker. They're like legitimately thicker cardboard. It's hard to explain. It's almost like a Ritz box, like that thick, but like a really thick box. All right. How about some football? I generally have one rule. I don't like cards that don't have the names on the front because I can't figure out who they are. But man, I freaking love these Pro Set Platinum. Number one, they're just absolutely stunning photos. I'm going to show you some of these photos are great. Number two, from this time period, I know it's Barry Sanders. I know it's Emmitt Smith, so on and so forth. Dan Ransom. Look how great this photography is. So I love this John Elway. Look at this action photo. The ball coming out of the hand, about to be the tight spiral. A couple different Warren Moons. So Jerry Rice, Thurman Thomas, Merrill Hodge. There's Aikman. So Metcalf and Deion Sanders. Those are just really, really cool. All right. A little bit of soccer. I never come across FC Cincinnati cards. I'm a big FC Cincinnati fan, so that is really cool. And then how about some old school indoor Preki and the All-Star Game card. Just thought it was kind of neat. Now, these are not it. I've got a couple more cards after this I'm going to show you. Because obviously there's not $50 worth of dime cards here, but this is really neat. It's from Jag. Do you remember the show Jag? If you're over the age of 60, you probably remember the show Jag, because Jag had amazing ratings, unbelievably so, shockingly so, but they were like from like 50 to 60 on up. This is back from 2006. So they did a bunch of sketch cards. This is like the checklist of the sketch cards you can get, so that's really neat. And then a couple more of these Presidents and the First Ladies cards with Gerald Ford and Jimmy Carter. Doesn't Gerald Ford hold the distinction of like being the only person not elected to the both highest offices? He wasn't elected to the vice president. He was elevated to the vice president, and then he became president. Yeah. So if you ever get the question, what person held the two highest offices in the land without being elected to them? It'd be Ford, who became vice president and then president during Nixon administration, I guess. All right. First, before I show you a couple of cards over here, can't see because it's over here, a couple cards over here that I bought that were a little more. I want to show you the card Scott gave me for free because Scott's an awesome dude. Make sure to buy from him at Xenia, at the Eastgate Mall show, a couple other shows. So here we go. This is really cool. Mark McGuire didn't have this in orange version. Really neat, so that's cool. Thank you, Scott. And then he was like, dude, I don't want this, take it. This is the 1992 Topps Traded set, the full set. So just take the set. First of all, here's in a Topps Traded set in a box like this. I've never seen this before. Never in my life. So here's what's cool. There's no one really overly too special in it, except for it has a Team USA cards, which you know I'm trying to work on all the Team USA cards. So it has all 26 cards, 25 players plus a manager. And these are the two cards that are worth a few bucks in there. The Nomar Garcia Power rookie card and the Jason Varitek rookie card. This team, by the way, finished 4th at the 1992 Olympics. Cuba, of course, won the gold medal, which they did pretty much every year. These are also teammates at Georgia Tech. Jason Varitek, by the way, holds a very interesting distinction that involves a lot of success. Does anyone know what that is? I will give you 3 seconds to yell at the screen. Ready? Go. Do, 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 do. Time's up. Jason Varitek is the only person to play in the Little League World Series, his state baseball championship game, the College World Series, the Olympics, and the Major League World Series. So wherever he went, success followed, of course, winning the World Series with the Boston Red Sox. So Varitek, the only one to play in all 5. Now, Varitek is one of 3 players to play in the Little League World Series, the College World Series, and the Major League World Series. Can you name the other 2? I'll tell you what. The first person, and you can Google this because I'm all for research, the first person that comments with the other 2 people besides Jason Varitek to play both in the Little League World Series, the College World Series, and the Major League World Series, the first person to comment that, I will send you a pack of like 12 cards randomly of whatever team you tell me. I will find some from my trade boxes. I'll put them in a package and send you a mystery package of 12 cards once you tell me who those other 2 players are. I know who they are because I know my history. But I'm also a Little League World Series nerd, a College World Series kind of guy, and Major League Series, so World Series. So here we go. Here come the really cool cards that push them up to the $50, and I'm totally digging it. It's Dominic Nab, Brock Heward, but that's not why I won it. It's a rookie quads because there are 4 rookies on there. IPC, Dante Culpepper, not Scott Covington, Culpepper, and it's out of 50. That's really cool. So that kind of like worked out to be like $2 or $3, whatever I paid for that. So Culpepper there, that's really cool. And then this is a Mark McGwire numbered card. Go in the PC. That is awesome. Right there, it's numbered. So that's really cool. And then here we go. These were the big cards. You know, I don't do slabs. I literally own a slab card and I only bought it because I couldn't find a 1982 Topps traded Cal Ripken non-slab in a decent price. I actually found one slabbed for the same price as a raw, so I bought that because I just couldn't get one to finish the run I needed of Topps All-Star rookie cards. Anyway, so here we go. Now, these slabs are garbage. You can see it's some other thing. I mean, it has no value, but it's awesome. It's a Tiffany Bowman McGwire, which I do not have, so I'm going to crack that out of there. That's really cool. It was not $5, by the way. He sort of just rolled them all into one price. This I'm totally stoked about. A 1987 Topps Tiffany Mark McGwire. Totally cool. Totally love it. Totally awesome. It is not a mint 10. You really probably can't see that, but like even in this corner, you can tell it's not a mint 10. Nice shape, but not a mint 10. So yeah, but awesome to have that for the collection. This one, also really cool. Totally stoked. I love the Topps All-Star rookie card. This one's also Topps Tiffany from some random company that probably doesn't exist anymore. But I'm just glad that the Topps Tiffany. Now, the two that are, there were 2 that were PSA, so they are decent. They'll stay in the slabs. They are 9s. Not that I care too much about that. But a Flair Update Glossy, which I don't have in the 87 Donruss Rookies. I do have that card, but as a graded card, that's really cool. So anyway, that's what I got for $50. All the different dime cards, plus some of these slab cards, plus the Topps traded. I'm making a mess of everything here, aren't I? It's just becoming a mess. Anyway, Scott takes care of me, but I also help him out when I can. I need to come over and do some more sorting for him, help him out. So anyway, and I did pay $50 for the cards too, so I gave him money, which is always nice. Anyway, enjoy the hobby how you see fit. Collect what you want, collect what you love, and be kind to each other and help each other out. Let's all grow our collections the way we want to. See you, everyone.